So I have seen a couple of homesteaders use red solo cups for their potting up when it comes to their plants, their seeds. Home Depot does kind of the same thing. Kind of neat. So, alright, so I bought these three. Ooh, it's starting to sprinkle. I bought these three jalapeno plants, and I said I was going to do this at the start of in my garden tour. So I'm going to go ahead and just plant them down before it starts raining. That way it looks like there's some growth here and the cat will stop. So let's start planting. So if you see, my soil is really moist under, or wet underneath, so that's a good thing. And I'm gonna wait until it rains instead of just watering this. I'm just gonna wait because the rain's coming. We've got 3 jalapeno plants. Now let's go plant everything else up. Before we head over to start planting stuff up, I wanted to show you my sweet peas. There's more blooming, and then look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I need to deadhead this one here. There. Isn't that gorgeous? And then that one's starting to bloom. And my zinnia is starting to come up. So I come out here all the time and I try to pick up some weeds, maybe 5 minutes of picking up weeds. So there are weeds in this bed. It's not as bad as it was earlier this week, but I need to de-weed that bed over there. Okay, so I have some hangers in our bathroom and I need low light plants to plant there, and so I found these at Home Depot. This is an ivy. Look how gorgeous that is. I'm not going to kill it, I promise. And then this one, it doesn't say what it is, but look at the veining on it. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and pot them up into a bigger pot, and then we're going to do the citronella. It's going to go into this pot here. Look at this pot. It's absolutely gorgeous. this is actually 2 more stems. I'm just like, wow. So take the bag. Water this. And then we're done transplanting and everything. I'm in a hot mess. And I'm just gonna let it sit there. And it's just gonna sit up here on this part of the deck. I'm gonna put this one back and let the roots take hold and everything. All right, so we planted this jalapeno plants and it's rained nonstop. And I bought some tomato plants today, so I'm gonna add that into this video. I'm going out to feed the birds first, and we're gonna plant some tomato plants. I'm going to show you what the birds did, which means I'm going to have to buy a new one. Look at that. That hole is supposed to be that big. That's why everything dumped out, so I just put it in this basket. Alright, so we're going to talk about the tomatoes that I bought. Plus I'm going to be planting these tomatoes that, except for that small one, that have grown up. I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the pots. So I got 2, these are red firecracker tomatoes, because these tomatoes are just dying out. Don't know why, so I went ahead and bought some that were already seeded. So we're gonna plant those. Then she said for this black cherry one to give it a lot of room. So I'm gonna plant it like right down here. And then I'm gonna plant my cherry tomato right over there in that corner. Then my yellow pear tomato I'm gonna plant like right in here. So we're gonna get planting. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the tomatoes that I bought. Plus I'm gonna be planting these tomatoes that, except for that small one, that have grown up. I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of the pots. So I got 2, these are red firecracker tomatoes, because these tomatoes are just dying out. Don't know why, so I went ahead and bought some that were already seeded. So we're gonna plant those. Then she said for this black cherry one to give it a lot of room. So I'm gonna plant it like right down here. And then I'm gonna plant my cherry tomato right over there in that corner. Then my yellow pear tomato I'm gonna plant like right in here. So we're gonna get planting. So I'll show you what happened to the other firecracker in a second. But I've got one firecracker tomato here. This is the pear yellow tomatoes, the black cherry, and then my Chadwick cherry tomato over there. Now if you remember, on my Chadwick cherry tomato, the stem broke and I left it alone and it just went ahead and reformed new leaves and everything. And that's what I'm gonna have to do with this firecracker, because I was pulling it out and I just heard the stem snap, and I was like, great. So I'm just gonna pull it out, I'm gonna let it grow, then we'll plant it up again. So that is some planting in my garden. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you soon.